Hey guys, here we have my second game against a Grandmaster. So this is part of a series where I go over all my games where I played against a Grandmaster. Here again, I played Bullet Chess on chess.com and I played as black in this position again. I am playing GM Ashley, I think an American Grandmaster. And we have the move e4, and I again played the Scandinavian defense. And we have a mainline variation with bishop c4, not intending to go d4 just yet. Like we have bishop c4, knight f6, h3. I don't think this is a good move because bishop c4 in these variations, you usually have black playing a6, b5, expanding on the queen side and developing the bishop here, because developing the bishop to the queen side would actually lose to tempo moves like f3, g4, and white would benefit from the fact that black plays g4, because let's say we have knight f3, bishop g4, the pin, but you can have h3, bishop h5, g4, bishop g6, and now knight e5, putting pressure. We can have something like this, but queen e2 protects everything, and you have as white, you have very fast development. I mean, if you have knight d7, something like knight d7 would probably just result in this, where now you protect this bishop. You're getting this out, and you're going to castle. You have space on the king side and the bishop pair. So if you're playing the Scandinavian as white, you want to welcome bishop g4, so put your knight on f3. But he plays h3. We have e6 by me, because now I'm not developing my bishop to f5 because there's going to be tempo moves like queen f3. So we have g4, a6, and now I'm intending to go through with my plan of b5. We have g5, and I transfer my knight, and I welcome. Even though I have a weakened c file, I have the bishop pair, and he has an overextended pawn, and this knight can't go anywhere. I'll play my pawn to c6. This knight doesn't have any future prospects. We have queen check. I offer a queen trade, and I actually missed the move knight takes d5. I should have played something like bishop e6 or bishop e7, but queen e7 was the absolute worst move. Now I protect the c7 pawn. We have castles, and now we have d-pawns. We trade knight for bishop. We have knight d7, knight f5, check, and I advance my knight, put some pressure, get my king closer, and he expands on the king side. I play g6 to put any stop to any further expansions. And we trade one pair of rooks, but the other pair of rooks gives me some chances in the future. I play a5. Now he has a passed pawn. Can he protect it? I think he can. His king is very active. But we have c6. I think I would have preferred the move king d4 because the king is close to the pawn. Now you're getting it further away. And I actually won the pawn back because he blundered c6. He should have played king d4. I fork, get the pawn back. We have knight d3. Intending, like, if I go here, he's just going to capture and bring his king, and my king is just too passive. I need to get it active, so I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to move my knight just yet. I need to get some activity, and he attacks my knight. He's very active with the king, so I have to do something about it. And now my king is centralized. I intend to go to the king side and clean up the pawns, and then sacrifice my knight for the a pawn once it advances. So we have king b5, and I attack the knight, threatening to go to e3, and I go to e3, and that's my plan. I want to sacrifice. Now at this point, he attacks my knight, check, and I should go put my knight on b5, but I make a mistake, and I can't stop the promotion. But because we're both low on time, I play knight b6, and he promotes, and he gives me a check, and because I was also low on time, so I ran out on time, but he doesn't have any way to checkmate me, so I was able to get rid of that pawn, and we end up with a draw against Grandmaster Ashley on chess.com.